Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 5:30 on December 12th. Welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. We're taking a live look out at Medford from the People's Bank on Biddle Road. We want to turn back to Storm Alert Weather 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman for a look at our Friday.
Mostly sunny skies through most of the region today, except in our inland valleys, especially some of our west side valleys where clouds still likely going to be a bit stubborn today. We'll hope for some breaks of sunshine, though, for Medford, Grants Pass, including Wairika as we head into this afternoon. Temperatures warming into the lower 50s, but where clouds are a bit more stubborn, temperatures may not make it out of the 40s. Lots of sunshine overall expected along the coast today, up to 66 degrees in Brookings. We'll get up to about 54 degrees in Klamath Falls. The drought monitor update, we've seen an expansion of the abnormally dry conditions in this week's update. Throughout a good chunk of southern Oregon into portions of northern California, we could use some rain, and it does look like that's in the forecast. We're going to see a shift in our weather as we head into next week, tracking a series of storm systems to bring rain and even finally some higher elevation snow. I'll have more details on what to expect for the weekend and into next week. It's all coming up in just a bit.
And Asante and the city of Ashland released a joint statement about the future of Ashland Community Hospital. The announcement spells out what will remain in town and what won't. Asante and the city say they're working together as the hospital transitions into a satellite campus of Rogue Regional Medical Center. They say rising costs, regulatory challenges, and changing community needs have made the current hospital model unsustainable. Under the plan, the emergency department, imaging, lab services, and outpatient surgeries will stay at the Maple Street facility, while inpatient care and obstetrics will move to Medford. Ashland Mayor Tanya Graham says the approach brings clarity and simplicity, and Asante CEO Tom Gessel says the changes are necessary for long-term sustainability. Both sides expect to finalize the remaining details by spring of 2026. And as we head into mid-December, many drivers are asking how ODOT's winter hiring is going, especially with the new transportation and bill still in limbo. ODOT has begun hiring for its vacant winter positions after lawmakers passed House Bill 3991, the package that raises the gas tax and other fees. But that funding could be put on hold if the No Tax Oregon petition makes the ballot. Supporters say they've collected more than 190,000 signatures and expect to submit them next week. ODOT says the uncertainty makes it hard to plan for winter operations, and workers are worried about possible cuts. Governor Tina Kotek has directed the agency to keep hiring for now. We reached out to ODOT, and the portion of the statement reads, the funding provided in HB 3991 ensures the critical work ODOT does, from plowing snow and clearing crashes to helping customers at DMV, can continue. We filled our seasonal and temporary winter maintenance positions in Ashland, Grants Pass, and the High Cascades, and we're training new employees to be ready for winter storms. And Kotek's office said in October that if the transportation package is undone, layoffs of essential workers would be reinitiated and additional service cuts would be made to cover the cost of hiring snowplow drivers right now. And new this morning, the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Forest Protection and Wildland Firefighter Safety Act, a legislation introduced by Congressman Doug LaMalfa, which is part of a larger reform package, the Permit Act. The bill addresses a 2023 court ruling that imposed extra restrictions on using aerial fire retardant. These restrictions could slow response times during wildfires, putting lives and property at risk. LaMalfa's legislation aims to ensure aerial fire retardant remains available without lengthy permitting delays under the Clean Water Act. It builds on existing exemptions for firefighting activities.
The Water Act already recognizes the difference between fighting fires and causing pollution. My bill ensures that the aerial fire retardant, which is already subject to strict Forest Service rules, is treated the same way as runoff from other fire control activities, so our firefighters aren't stuck waiting on paperwork, permit approvals when lives and towns are in harm's way.
The bill says that fire agencies do not need a national pollutant discharge elimination system permit in order to use fire retardant from aircrafts during wildfires. Getting a permit could take years, and forcing fire crews to operate without retardant would endanger lives and property. And a new task force is working to identify barriers to jury duty to figure out how to get more Oregonians to serve. The Oregon Judicial Department says 1 in 4 Oregonians didn't respond to state court summons, and another 25% asked to be excused from serving. The 15-member task force aims to improve how jurors are paid and how to better promote the need for jurors. The task force was created by Senate Bill 1175, which was passed during the 2025 legislative session. And this week, Forest Service staff members discovered a shelter on the Pacific Crest Trail that had been boarded up with plywood and plastic. Take a look at the historic Wrangell Gap shelter in the Rogue River Siskiyou National Forest. Staff members and a local fire crew later returned to remove the unwanted materials, restoring the landmark to its original state. And in Ashland, a local volunteer is bringing holiday magic to children and the homeless. From hand-delivered gifts to care packages, she's spreading kindness and hope. And this morning, we go behind the scenes to see how she makes it all happen. And with that, we'll bring in Newswatch 12's Danny Stepanovich. And Danny, you got a first-hand look at just how exactly one woman is turning her living room into a winter wonderland for those in need.
Thanks, Carlos. Yes, Janai Mestrovich, twice a week for the last 8 years, helps cook and serve warm meals for those in need in Lithia Park. But every holiday season, she steps it up. She calls herself...
I am the Christmas fairy.
And her fairyland is her living room. Where do you watch TV?
Well, no place right now because I can't sit on everything.
Her power? Helping those in need. And she says it's nothing magical.
Anybody could do this. And I'll tell you what it does for me. It grows my heart.
For over a decade, she's been known in Ashland for giving warmth and food to the homeless and to families in need.
The homeless, all those numbers are increasing. On Monday mornings, I do breakfast for 30 people now. This time last year, it was 12.
She's using her powers to give out 100 care packages to homeless adults and 26 presents to children in need.
Truly, it goes back to growing my own heart. And at 76, I have passion and purpose.
Then she fills a personalized bag with coats, boots, clothes, and one special toy they truly want.
Because it's Christmas, and everybody should have something that they really want, a toy, you know?
And Janai can't do it alone, so if you'd like to help, you can visit superkidpower.org to donate or volunteer and be a part of helping those in need.
And she welcomes volunteers every Saturday to help pack and organize gifts. And Danny, thank you so much for joining me on the desk this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And now, as we get closer to Christmas, 2 Southern Oregon towns are getting national attention for their holiday charm, even catching the eye of Hallmark fans. A new survey ranks Jacksonville and Ashland among Oregon's most Hallmark-worthy towns. Jacksonville landed at #1 with its historic Main Street lights and the popular holiday trolley. And Ashland also made the list, and parts of its downtown have even appeared in multiple Hallmark Christmas movies over the years.
You might be watching a Hallmark movie and thinking you're in some mysterious town in California, and then you see a backdrop of your own community. So we know that we've been on the radar and their radar for having such a beautiful, charming town in the holidays.
Both Ashland and Jacksonville are continuing to draw visitors through the holiday season with trolley rides, local shops, and thousands of lights creating that Hallmark-style magic across both towns. And later this evening, Newswatch 12's Samantha Cadero will have more details on this story. And continuing on a long-standing partnership, Access and Medford received a truckload of food donations this week, and Newswatch 12's Grace Ritz was there and shows us why this is so important, especially right now.
Well, the holidays tend to be the busiest times for us here. We're feeling the need a little bit heavier this year.
Now, I know you can see this massive Sherm's truck behind me, and I want you to just imagine how much food you think can actually fit inside this truck. Well, earlier, Sherm's donated an entire truckload full of food to Access to help out during the holiday season.
This is over 20,000 pounds of food, over 2,000 cases.
For its 28th year, Access and Sherms came together at the Access warehouse to unload this massive donation of food, something that the Allreds family has always felt passionate about.
Community is important. I mean, we can't be who we are without our community, the customers. So to be able to give back, it wouldn't happen without them and our employees, everybody working hard to make this happen.
The donations will help keep Access shelves stocked in order to help families all over the Rogue Valley.
All of our food pantries are strictly ran by volunteers, and it just takes a village. So they stock the shelves, they check in the participants. It's just a huge process from beginning to end.
And both Access and Sherms agree that right now the world needs it most.
We'll do it around the same time, right around Christmas every year, but you can see in the world that the need is just, it seems every year that it just gets to be more and more of a demand.
Reporting in Medford, I'm Grace Ritz.
U.S. Cellular donated pet supplies to So Humane in Medford to help out this holiday season. $1,500 worth of donations, including dog and cat toys, pet food, and more were donated to help So Humane care for local animals. This gift is one of more than 50 donations U.S. Cellular is making nationwide, and community members can also drop off pet supplies at any U.S. Cellular store in Medford to support local nonprofits.